What's up, everybody? It's Trip with Sadie and Such, and welcome to episode 6 of the live Get Out There show. Now, I don't have a guest this week, but we've got a lot to talk about. We're going to be doing a few things. One thing we're going to be doing, I'm glad you are tuning in live because we're going to be giving away a free mini Sawyer water filter. That's pretty handy to use, and this was actually given to me by one of the subscribers that joined in on the subscriber 17 on the Get Out There 17.1 trip. So what's up, everybody? What's up, Rusty? Crawl, what's up, man? Yes, I can't wait to see this adventure that's coming up in 3 days as well. It's going to be pretty doggone exciting. I have to admit, it may be a bit of a disaster. Actually, there's a lot of people who think it's going to be a disaster. I posted a live video 2 days ago of me, or a few days ago, of my plans to use a stand-up paddleboard to go down the Peace River for 4 days and like 80-something miles. And I'm telling you, I've got a lot of favorite comments and shout-outs for the shout-out segment here that people think it's a very bad idea. But, of course, you know, I think sometimes bad ideas turn into good ideas. So I'm going to go for it. I'm committed. I'm committed. So what's up, everybody? BM Lunker, Kayaking Adventures 418. What's up? Ghost, howdy. Tassie Dalt. What's up from down under? Jay Ayers, Geraldson, Welsh Kayaker, Jared Pope. I'm glad you guys have all tuned in. What's up, Marcel? Yep, I'm trying to keep it up, Adam. You know, I'm just really trying to keep pumping out the good content. I've got just so much planned, but I've been really so busy here lately. I meant to get out a video this week, but I've been sick. Like, we'll go to that in a little bit. But anyways, so we're going to do the favorite comment shout-out segment. That's going to be pretty interesting. I have to tell you, I've got 4 comments saved that are fun. All right, then we're going to go into a little We've Got Mail segment. I'm going to show you guys what I just got in the mail this afternoon that I needed for the trip coming up. And I'm going to talk to you guys about the things that are stuck in the mail that aren't getting here in time that I'm going to have to make do without, which isn't a make or break deal on this trip. But I kind of had to order some last-minute gear for the stand-up paddleboard. But some of it's not coming in, but whatever. Maybe I'll get lucky and all of them will show up tomorrow. Then I'm going to talk about a little bit about what I'm researching. Of course, I'm researching stand-up paddleboard camping. And then I'm going to give you guys a suggestion on something good to watch, a video that I found years ago that's just really fantastic. It takes place some guy crossing the Mediterranean solo on like a small wooden sailing canoe, I guess you could call it. Then we're going to, of course, do the gear giveaway. I'm going to give this to one of you guys live. All you have to do is answer a trivia question, and I'm going to have one of these sent straight to your door. And congrats, I guess 2 weeks ago, I didn't have a show last week, but congratulations to last week's winner, Ellery. He actually sent me, posted a photo of him holding his prize from last week, so congrats to him. And so we're going to be giving away something else to one of you guys. And then I'm going to talk about some things like, you know, how I kind of had to change and adapt to get ready for this trip on a stand-up paddleboard, because it is a lot different than a touring kayak. You know, I have like a lot of room and a lot of weight capacity to work with. I can just bring a lot of stuff, but changing over to the stand-up paddleboard changed the game totally. So these past few days, and like today especially, I've been really, you know, just trimming down all my stuff and just having a lot of fun getting ready for that trip. Then, of course, we go into some live Q&A at the end of the show, and where we all just get to talk back and forth, and I'll answer some of you guys' questions. And we'll just have some fun. So what's up from Nova Scotia? What's up, Corey? Yep, spice it up. That's right, BM Lunker. Got to spice it up. And here we go. Tyler said, you maybe want to move from where I live to Florida to get out there and live life. That is awesome. That's awesome, Tyler. Hey, yeah, Florida is a great place to live life. And, you know, you do have to live life because life is about the experiences. It's not about the things you have or, you know, your job or how much money you have. It's about what you do, what you get out there and live. It's the memories that make life worth it, okay? Oh, here we go. The Big Daddy said, oh, right here. Ghost said, get a good waterproof backpack. I've got one on order, but it may not get here. And then, let's see here. Someone said something about the contest for the new sticker. Yes, we do need to do that. And someone said I'm going to get sunburnt. Yes, probably so. That's okay. All right, what's up, everybody? Paul, Dennis, Rhonda. Yes, I'm going to have a great time. All right, where's Patricia? We want more paintings. That's actually Priscilla, Robert. That's my mother. And I do have another painting, this one, that she painted for me a while back. You guys can see this is me on a kayak. You can kind of see it. Maybe you can. On my silver kayak, petting some killer whales. That's a pretty darn good painting. I appreciate it, Mom. Shout out to you. She was wondering if I was going to go live tonight or not. So there we go. All right. Yes, it is very nice. It's very nice. Booyah, Snipe Hunter. Absolutely, man. Oh, Peter is moving to Florida soon. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. So, all right, let's get on with this. So, all right, this is going to be fun. I'm telling you, this is going to be fun, you guys. You know what? I don't know how many people are watching. Let's see. 89? You people are crazy to be 89 of you guys are watching me. That's awesome. Thank y'all for watching. I really hope you guys appreciate it. What's up, Weirlo? Good to see you. Does my mom have a death wish? You know, that is kind of interesting because I've got me getting myself getting attacked by a whale, killer whales, and then the octopus. That is an interesting theory. But no, I'm sure she doesn't have a death wish for me. She loves me so much, and I love her too. All right, so first comment is from one day ago. All right, and this is, of course, on that live little video that I did talking about how I'm going to be taking the chance and gambling with a stand-up paddleboard. All right, Diana Hammond said, the piece is not a place to learn a stand-up paddleboard because I've only been on one once for like 20 minutes. She said, the currents can be strong, and if the water is low, it can be tricky maneuvering. And there are usually a fair amount of large gators who are not very afraid of people. Well, the water is going to be pretty low, so that's going to be tricky. So, yeah, I might get to fall off a time or two. Thanks for that comment, Diana. And let's see here. Oh, great. Kevin C. said, here to watch you fall out of a hammock. Yeah, well, we didn't get that on film, but Kevin heard about that. All right, let's see. All right, Laurie, Kazarnzed, I don't know. CZARNETZKY. Good luck with that one. All right, she said, there are a ton of gators on the Peace River. Lots of obstacles and not much rain recently. Not good. I do not recommend that you take the stand-up paddleboard. If you must, take lots of video. Yes, I will be taking lots of video because I imagine it's just going to be an epic 4 or 5 day trip, however long it takes us. It's going to be a lot of miles on the stand-up paddleboard. All right, here's Dorcaxi. There, I tried it. Said, don't be a fool. The Peace River is not a place for a stand-up. There are tons of snags and widowmakers. You're going to fall over 1,000 times. Well, you know what? If he's right, it's going to be a fantastic video because you guys imagine me just paddling down the river, just falling over and over again. That would be so much fun to watch. May not be the greatest experience. Actually, it probably will be if that happens. That'd probably be fun as long as I don't, get injured or something. Oh, Robert said, I got your back on the piece. Appreciate it. Oh, Brandon Hardy said, got to put the kid to bed. Catch up later. All right, appreciate it, Brandon Hardy. Brandon Hardy, that's my buddy from here locally. I go work out with the gym. He gave me the tip about tying my tarp to the rocks on the Stone Mountain video. That was awesome. All right, hey, from Huntsville. What's up, Michael Bass in Huntsville? Oh, Tony Milleron said, just got a trio chair due to my review. Love it. That's awesome. Yes, it's a very, very cool chair. And Welsh Kayaker said, will your chair be attached to your paddleboard? Yes, it will be. Also have a cooler back there too. Jay Ayer said, did I get a new hammock? Yes, I did. I ordered one from Arrowhead Equipment. It was like $56 shipped. It was like one of their kind of new fabrics. It's 11-foot hammock. It's nice. It works pretty good. All right, what made me want to do a trip on a stand-up paddleboard? Corey Fulton, that is a great question. I love that question. I'm going to save that one for the Q&A if that's okay, bud, because I think that is a really good one that may warrant some more discussion. So I've saved that one. How am I going to fish on a paddleboard? What? That's why I got it, was to fish. All right, any new gear reviews coming up? I don't know, Noah. Let me know what you want to see reviewed. And yes, there will be. I know this is really easy to film. I just haven't lately. All right. Oh, the big M Daddies after the trio chair too. Get the trio chair. It's really nice. It's really nice. All right, and then we've got one more comment from Rodney Anthony 2 days ago. And this is me when I was talking about the Kaku Kahuna stand-up paddleboard kayak hybrid. He said, I have the Kaku Wahoo. Such an awesome kayak. You'll love the paddleboard. A great company. Oh, yeah. You were one of the reasons I got my kayak and one of the best things I ever did. Thanks. Rodney, that's awesome to hear. I'm really happy to hear that the Kaku brand is a good brand to go with because I did a lot of research and I think they are going to be a good reputable company to go with that make good products And I'm so glad that I influenced you to get out there and to make it happen, to get yourself a kayak. So that is very, very cool. Appreciate that, man. That is a great one. Great one. Oh, the Wandering Electrician said, so will the Solution be for sale? Absolutely not. You know, everything has a place. Touring kayak has a place that will probably never, ever leave me. And the stand-up paddleboard has a place. So does a sit-on-top fishing kayak has a place. So I'd like to have like a total of 4 kayaks eventually. Oh, here we go. Peter said, I watched your little sailing boat video today. What happened to it? I sold the sailboat and just to kind of transition into something simpler. And am I going to do more sailing in the future? Yes, I would like to. Probably won't be on my own boat, but I would love to join some people on their sailboats. I like to do like a race and like, you know, sail on a Hobie Cat and get on the trapeze and hang off the side, do all kind of fun, crazy stuff. All right, so where's all the gear on the SUP going? We're going to talk about that here just a little bit. All right, so we've got mail segment. I ordered a new power bank or battery brick, whatever you want to call it, to charge my phone and charge my cameras because, you know, now I take like 2 cameras with me, my Olympus TG870, and I also am going to be taking my Nikon D5200, a big DSLR camera, with me. So I already have 2 of these like charging bricks, and I needed another one because, you know, you don't want to run out of battery when what your main purpose is filming and you need the battery. And also I'm going to start doing some more live streaming mobile while I'm out there for you guys because we had so much fun doing that on the Stone Mountain trip. So I ordered another RAV Power battery bank charger. This is the Extreme Series. This one is 26,800 milliamps. That is huge, people, huge. And this is really cool. Like I like these. I have another one of theirs, and it came 75% charged. It's got little 3 little lights here. You can see how much it's charged. But these are really, really good because they have like a smart technology where they like know how to charge your devices only so much to where they're fully charged, and they charge them at a good speed and variable rates and stuff. And it's just a really good, really well-made product. And something that else I like about this company is whenever they send you one of those, this is really good for like if you're on a kayak and stuff. They send you, of course, a USB cord. Who doesn't have 50,000 of those? But they send a cool little bag to put it in. It's kind of padded. So when I keep this in the kayak or in the stand-up paddleboard, in a dry bag or in a cooler, you know, it's got this little padded bag for it. So this is really, really nice. And I have these in my Amazon store if you guys want to check them out over at sailingsuch.com. Basically, the Amazon store, all it is basically I have links to the gear that I like and that I use, and you can just go. They just take you straight to Amazon, so you don't have to search for them. You can find them all right there. Amazon gives you like a little bitty, itty-bitty kickback, like percentage from everything you guys buy there. So I really appreciate when you guys do that. A lot of y'all are doing that, and, you know, that helps me, you know, gives me a few dollars a month to go towards another piece of gear, you know, that I can try out for y'all and just review for you guys and let you know how it goes. All right. Oh, cool. Cam Man said, hey, Trip, got myself a Solution 2 myself recently. Awesome. What a great kayak, right? Mine's like late 80s, early 90s, and it's an awesome kayak. Let's see. Oh, Kevin said, dang, you got that battery bank quick. Yes, Kevin. Kevin was on the trip with me, the subscriber trip last week. Yes, I did get this thing quick. I already have one, but I needed another one. All right, here we go. How am I mounting my camera on the stand-up paddleboard? CJ, I'll answer that question. I'm saving that one for the Q&A. That is a very, very good one. And I have actually some of my camera mounts here with me that I can show you guys. So that's a great question. Thanks for asking, CJ. All right, let's see here. Why didn't you go solar with your power pack? That is another great question, Ghost. I like that one. I like that question because I do have a reason why I didn't. All right. I believe it's the same one I got. Sweet, Kevin. I'm a copycat. What do you know? What's up, Trent Weaver? Everything's going good. Oh, Michael Bass said I can't hide money. Oh, yeah, you can hide it when you don't have much. It's very easy to hide a couple nickels, buddy. All right. Put my Crocs on there. Oh, I'm definitely bringing the Crocs. Oh, put the Crocs on the store. I think they are on there. I think if they're not, they need to be. All right. Very good point. I need to put those on there. All right. So we opened that little bit of mail. Make sure there's nothing else in here that I need before I just chunk this. I think I'm good. That was loud. All right. So it's going to be fun to have that. Oh, and also, okay, yeah. I ordered some other stuff. Like I ordered a special dry bag backpack that I was planning on strapping to the front of the stand-up paddleboard. And I wanted the dry bag backpack because it has, compared to like a regular dry bag like this one, which this is the one that I'm going to be bringing with me if the other one doesn't come in tomorrow. This bag doesn't have any like attachment points where I can strap it down to the stand-up paddleboard. So I ordered a backpack, type dry bag. It's basically the same thing, but it just has straps here, shoulder straps here. So basically gives me 4 connection points where I can use my gear ties or bungees or whatever I want to secure it to the stand-up paddleboard. And also it has some netting and a mesh pocket. It has some bungees and a mesh pocket on the front. I can stick various stuff under like my, shirt or my rain jacket or something, while I'm going down the river. And we're going to go over what all was in here in just a little bit. This thing's like 24 and a half pounds. I weighed it earlier. Okay. So I ordered that, and it hasn't came in yet. I hope it comes in tomorrow. And I also ordered some little like paddle holders that go into the gear track, and they're just little U things. You clip, you set your paddle in. Because I'm going to be bringing 2 paddles. I'm going to have a regular stand-up paddle, a stand-up paddleboard paddle. That's weird. That just has one blade on one end and a handle on the other end. You see people just do like that with. Then I'm also going to carry my regular double-bladed kayak paddle so that I can sit down on the seat or either get on my knees on the stand-up paddleboard and paddle it regular like a kayak. So I shouldn't have much trouble keeping up with everyone. All right, here we go. Preston Lowry said, how did you find the store on Amazon? You can go to sailingandsuch.com, and then at the top, here, tell you what, let's go explore it. I don't know if I can do this. Yes, I can. Let's just go check it out because, yes. Oh, desktop. Good. Big. All right, let's go open a new tab. We'll go to sailingandsuch.com. All right, so we got Home Adventures, Gear Talk, Resources, Amazon Store. That's it. So we're going to click the Amazon Store. And basically, here's a little video that explains how it works. Basically, what I just told you guys earlier, how to get just a little bit of kickback, but it really just is a great place to gather all the gear together in one spot. And then it just takes you kind of here to Amazon, and I have all the gear here. See, here's one of the Rab Powers, the one that I have currently or before this. But of course, I need to add the new one here. And here's my my little pot and my awesome grill, the trio chair, my camera, my medical kit, various dry bags and stuff. And you keep going. There should be Crocs here. My PFD. This is what I put my my sleeping bag and sleeping system in when I'm in cold weather. And here's the awesome gear ties and a cool speaker. The Kelty Noah's tarp that I always suggest to everyone. Oh, here's another Rab Power charger. And there's a speaker that I use and some permethrin. So yes, there obviously is a lot of stuff that I need to add to that. But that is how you get, okay, now what do I do? Webcam. Boom. And we're back. But yes, that's how you get to the Amazon store. All right, pretty simple. But yeah, I do need to set it up. Someone said, all right, let's see. All right, going into the chat here. Dry bags are the best thing to own when you're on the water. Absolutely goes. Kayaking Adventures said, strap your gear on the paddleboard as low as you can as possible. Yes, for wind reduction, absolutely. Let's see. Robert has a dry bag backpack. Think of using it for the piece. Absolutely, man. Mighty Mouse. Yes, I have some Mighty Mouse on my touring kayak. But the cool thing about this stand-up paddleboard is it has actual gear track on it. That's really, really cool. Most stand-up paddleboards don't come with that. And this one, it has it like recessed down in it. It's really, really sweet. Wait till you guys see it. All right, tons of cool gear on here. One-stop shop for yak camping. Somewhat, CJ. I appreciate that. Oh, Corey uses the same camp pot. The best thing in the kit. Yeah, actually, I mean, it is pretty darn nice. It's cheap and it's pretty light. All right, so Weirlo said, show Patreon, man, for just 30-second plug, man. I'll sign up soon. All right, I'm not going to show Patreon, but what Patreon is, basically it's like a little GoFundMe thing where everybody can, where you can sign up monthly if you want to help support the channel. You can sign up for like $2 a month, which is, peanuts, compared to, I don't know, some people say, you could be paying for a magazine or you could be watching Sailing and Such videos, and Sailing and Such videos at $2 a month is a lot cheaper, and it's going to help support the channel. So imagine if 500 people signed up for $2 a month. for sailing and such. That's $1,000 a month. What can I do with $1,000 a month? Oh my goodness. For one, I bet I could talk the wife in and be like, look, babe, I need to go. I need to go on another adventure. She's like, okay. But also, be able to get more gear, be able to pay to go travel to more places. I have a lot of people say, Trip, come up here. Like, I don't know how many times already people have said, Trip, you need to come here. You need to come here. I'd love to be able to travel to those locations and like do some like bucket list stuff. Could y'all imagine me paddling in the Bahamas or in the Grand Canyon or like Lake Tahoe? I watched a video on YouTube today of some people stand up paddleboarding in Lake Tahoe, and it looks like the Caribbean, how clear the water is. So I'd love to do that. Rusty Cannon signed up a few days ago. Yes, you did, Rusty Cannon. I really appreciate that. I really, really do. And a new yak, yeah, a new yak maybe. I'd rather not spend all that money on a new yak. I'd rather spend the money on making good content for you guys. I don't want the money just to buy stuff. I want it to provide more value for you guys. Okay, so there you go. There, I plugged it. I hate plugging it. Okay, I really don't like doing that. I don't like asking for money. It's weird. And all I'm doing, I'm having fun making videos. Okay. All right. So, but thanks for that. Yes, good to know how to show support. Yes, it is, and I really do appreciate everyone's support. Oh, and also, like people at Patreon, like I go in there and like I do like I really talk with the Patrons. Like whenever I have an idea, like okay, what's the sticker design, or what do I need to do about this? How do I need to plan this? I go to Patreon and I say, all right, guys, what do I do? What do I do? And we all get together and we talk. Because those are people that I consider true, diehard Sailing and Such fans who want the best for Sailing and Such. So I'm looking to those people not only for advice, but also they get perks. Like I may release a video early to them, a couple days or something. Or if we're going to be planning a subscriber trip like 17.2, like we're going to be doing in August, patrons get first dibs. So they have a lot better chance of getting a spot before it fills up and things like that. So no, Nate, you didn't miss the giveaway. All right, so that's it. All right, there's a race from Kansas City to St. Louis. Oh, here we go. Your Weirlo said we can be the best sponsor for Trip instead of corporate. Let's go, guys. Yeah. All right, best size dry bag, 10 liter. All right, okay. All right, you guys are fun. Y'all are fun. No, Nate, we haven't done the giveaway yet. That's coming up, though. It's not going to be too far. I don't have a lot of content to go over before we get to the Q&A and all that fun stuff. All right, so what am I researching? Stand-up paddleboard camping. That's what I'm researching. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it, but there's not a lot of stuff on the internet about it, and I don't know, maybe there's not a lot to learn, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I just think that because there's not much out there, but I mean, all you do, you strap, you pack as little as possible, you strap the gear to the top of the board, and you go. I mean, how much, is there to learn? But, I guess you could think the same thing about kayaking, but there's tons of kayaking info out there. There's just not much stand-up paddleboard stuff out there. But soon there will be when Sailing and Such gets a stand-up paddleboard, right? All right, is there a goal for video likes? For this video, no, there's not. I don't know. I need to figure something out. You guys come up with some good ideas. Any scuba diving soon? No, Peter, unfortunately not. Scuba diving is pretty expensive, but I still have all my gear sitting around. It's just so expensive, so complicated to go when a kayak is so much easier. All right, so here. All right, next segment, what to watch. What do I suggest you guys watch? Okay, there's this awesome video that I found years ago. It's called On a Wind Blue, Cruising a Small Sailboat in the Mediterranean. There's a link below in the YouTube description. I think whenever this is done, or right now, you guys go ahead and click on it and then add it to your watch later list. It's really fun. It's this guy, he built this like 12-foot sailing canoe-ish type deal. He can sail it and he can row it, and he goes across the Mediterranean Sea on it. It's really, really cool. He does it solo, and I mean, it's really fun to watch, and like it shows the hardships and the drama and his emotions and stuff going through the whole thing. Pretty interesting. I encourage you guys to watch it. I think I've watched it many, many times, and it's just really, really fun. And it's be cool to build your own boat. That kind of adds another element to it when you build your own boat and you go. So that is it. Yeah, Peter. Yeah, you noticed the scuba flag. That's why I asked. Yeah, I used to scuba dive. I used to cave dive, but I wasn't certified. But I don't really do it much anymore. All right. Oh, cool. T-Far said, you're the man. Going on my first hammock camping trip myself this week. Also hope you're still enjoying Packet Gourmet. Yes, I am enjoying Packet Gourmet. Over this trip, we're going to go into that in a little bit. The food I'm bringing, I kind of made my own Packet Gourmet. Nope, there's no sheep or cow penning on the wall today. I guess I lied, Nate. I've got this one over here. Yeah, I forgot the sheep and cows. Tom Hanks style. Yeah, I need to do a survival Tom Hanks style. All right. Oh, my goodness. Are we already there? We're already to the giveaway. That's fine. Let's give this bad boy away. Yeah, this is it's a Sawyer mini water filtration system that filters up to 100,000 gallons. You know, I can't see what I'm doing. Where am I at? There we go. It filters up to 100,000 gallons. And this was given to me by Matt Kaiser. He drove a ridiculous amount of miles from right up around Chicago all the way down to Southeast Alabama, almost to Florida, to go on the Get Out There trip, 70.1. And he was like, at the end of the trip, he said, hey, Trip, I've got this. I'm going to give it to you. You know, maybe you could give it away. So I said, absolutely, I'll give it away. But I think what I'm going to do, I think I like it. So I'm going to keep this one. And whoever wins one, I'm going to buy you one off Amazon and have it shipped to your address, okay? So, and it'll make it easy. So I don't have to handle it twice. Yes, yeah, everybody give Matt some love. Give Matt some love. Oh, Trip, did I hear about the guy who paddled across the ocean, who like just finished stand-up paddling across the ocean? If that's what you're asking about, yes, I heard about that. All right, yes, so everybody give Matt some love. He's really cool. And he's the one who, or he's one of the guys who flipped on the waterfall, and he had just bought a Sailing and Such shirt from me that morning, and he didn't have the security in his kayak, he lost it. That sucked. But so everyone, all you river treasure hunters out there, go to the Choctahatchee River. There's a Sailing and Such shirt in there that's wonderful treasure that you guys can win. That you guys can find. All right. So what is the question? What's the random trivia question? Well, actually, this one was suggested by another member of the Get Out There 17.1 paddle, Greg Martell, really cool guy. He's like, hey, Trip, I got an idea for a trivia question. And I was like, okay, I'll use your question, but you can't win, Greg. So if you're watching, Greg, I'm sorry, buddy, but you cannot win. All right? All right, so the question is, all right, do you guys remember my Pensacola trip? When I went paddling in Pensacola, and I had the cast net, and I cast it out, and I caught two little mullet, and I gave them, and they were too little to keep. I didn't want to keep them for bait, and I threw them to a bird, and I named the bird. What was the name that I gave the bird? First one to answer it in the chat wins it. What was the name of that bird? Oh, Matt's here. Hey, Matt. Appreciate you giving that, man. So let's see if anybody's going to win it. Oh, Welsh kayaker. First one, Naaman. Very, very well done, Welsh kayaker. And yes, I will ship it internationally to you if you are in Wales. So very good job, Welsh kayaker. I'm going to write that down. Congratulations. That was very, very quick. Oh, College Hill Design guessed it too, but just a little too late. So congrats. Everybody give Welsh kayaker some love. He got it. Like, that was the first guess. Yes, seriously, that was very, very fast. Hey, we have some diehard fans. What can we say, Nate? So Welsh kayaker wins. All right, hey, Welsh kayaker, if you would, send me an email to sailingandsuch@gmail.com. sailingandsuch@gmail.com. Send me an email, and I'll hook up with you and get your address. I'll get this thing to you, okay? And I've just upgraded to Amazon Prime, so I don't know how Prime works international, but it'll get to you pretty good. Yep, congrats to Welsh kayaker. Man, that was really quick. I was expecting this to take a minute. Maybe someone's have to go back and do all that nonsense. Jay Driver said, so how much extra will that shipping be? I really don't know. You know, whatever it is, whatever. You know, that's cool. I mean, you know, I'm going to just pay for it, you know, but, you know, I can't say, I have a lot of international viewers, so I can't say only, you know, U.S. people can win. So, you know, we give it to everybody. We're not, oh, there's a good question. We're not, I don't want to like prejudice against other nations, whatever you want to say. All right, yeah. John Blue Paint asked, what problems have you had stealth camping? What a great question. We will get to that one, John. The Welsh dude's running around his house. Absolutely, he is. Yeah, because he's not. Oh, all right, sweet. All right, yeah, congrats to you, Welsh. Oh, give some love to all the Aussies watching. Aussies, I love you guys. You know, I think that's the second largest nation, Canada. Like, that's the second largest country outside of North America that watches my videos is Australia. I appreciate all you guys for watching. You know, I get a lot of emails and comments from the Aussie guys. Yes, they're just so, I don't know, so friendly down there. I'd love to come down there and paddle, but I appreciate you guys watching. Love to the Aussie guys. freaking mosquitoes. Yes, Mama has Matt's shirt on. What? A party gift diarrhea. What are y'all talking about? I must have missed it. There, Adam Coyle said, "Will I ever buy a recreational kayak?" Define recreational kayak for me, Adam. I'll answer that question because I think that's kind of a tricky question. I need to give away some avocados since I got you hooked on them, Dennis. I might. Weirlo, you're the man, buddy. I appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, the Aussie, B.M. Walker said the Aussie people are kind of nuts, punching kangaroos and starting at fights. What? Queensland is the best state in OZ. Absolutely. All right, cool. Yeah, Queensland has really good paddling. I think I've seen a lot of really cool stuff in Queensland. All right, so all spices. Booyah, Nate. Booyah. All right, so congrats to Welsh Kayaker. All right, so now let's go and talk about the changes that I'm making, transitioning. I don't want to say transitioning, but the changes that I'm making as I'm going into stand-up paddleboard. I'm not transitioning because I'm still going to keep my touring kayak and still keep doing that. So what kind of changes have to be made whenever you consider stand-up paddleboard camping? Well, all right, first let's define the differences. All right, a stand-up paddleboard, you generally have less weight capacity and less storage space. You still have a lot of deck space, but you have less defined storage space. Now, the stand-up paddleboard that I'm getting, I think is like 35 inches wide and 12 foot long, which is a pretty big stand-up paddleboard. And the weight capacity on it, oh, don't let me get this wrong. I'm pretty sure it's 280 pounds. So Roop said, do I plan on doing any more trips in Florida? Yeah, like almost all my trips in Florida. I love Florida. All right, so, and what the weight rating on what the capacity on my touring kayak is and on most other kayaks, it's like 400 pounds. So that's like a 120 pound difference. So you really have to lighten your load because, you know, I'll be honest with you, I was carrying a lot of heavy stuff. Yes, I do have it. I was carrying a lot of heavy stuff on my touring kayak, things like a hatchet, you know, which is pretty darn heavy. But what else was I carrying? You know, my trio chair, which I'm not gonna have to carry anymore. That thing's kind of heavy. Like I don't know what other stuff. All right, like a bilge pump, a sponge, and a baler. Don't have to carry that stuff on a paddleboard. I'm not planning on going as far or doing as much hardcore trips on that. So don't have like a VHF radio or anything. Don't have to have a spray skirt. And really, most of the time you're going to use a stand-up paddleboard. Most of the time I'm going to use it. It's going to be in the warmer months. So typically in the warmer months as well, you're packing less in general. Like I'm not bringing my underquilt on this coming trip, which might not be smart, but I do have a backup plan. Like I think the low one night is going to get down to like 50, like the low 50s, which is pretty cold to be in a hammock without an underquilt. But what my plan is, I'm just going to put on all my clothes and get in there. And if I do get cold, I'm just going to drop to the ground and I'm going to actually sleep on the pad on the stand-up paddleboard. Because the stand-up paddleboard I'm getting, the Kaku Kahuna, it has like an 8-foot foam pad on it. A place to stand, which is huge. I mean, you can walk around and do all kind of stuff. I'm probably going to be dancing on that joker. But you can sleep on it. So that's always a backup. Oh, TJ's here. What's up? An avocado giveaway. Just make sure my 380 makes the trip. I guess you're talking about this, my camera. Oh, yes. The 380 will make the trip. Absolutely. All right. Oh, here we go. Adam Cole, what I meant by recreational kayak is something like a 10 to 12 footer. Do you see a point in having a yak of that size, or do I like the sea touring kayaks more? All right. First, I don't think anything under 12 foot is really doing you a whole lot of good. You should go to at least a 12-foot kayak. And yes, I do believe for sure that I will get a sit on top 12-foot or maybe 12 to 14-foot range kayak. And it'll be a fishing kayak is what I'll call it. I won't call it a recreational kayak because, if I get it, it's going to be for fishing. So, I guess they call those fishing kayaks. But, really, they call most anything a fishing kayak these days. All right. Oh, Jay Ayers, sorry, when's the subscriber video coming out? Unfortunately, it's going to be after this trip. So it's going to be another week or so. I'm really sorry about that. I was having trouble getting all the video footage together because I didn't film much on that on the trip because I was really under the weather. I almost, I couldn't really talk. I had talked all the day and my throat was already, my voice was already going a little bit, and I just wore it out having too much fun. And so I wasn't feeling good, and so I didn't do much filming. But everyone else filmed, and we have all that footage compiled, or working on getting it compiled together so I can make a good video. I appreciate all you guys for doing that. Have I ever used a jet boil? No, I haven't, but I saw one used. Dave brought one on the subscriber trip, and it was really cool. Am I planning a fishing trip in the future? Oh, yeah, definitely, Jay. That is one of the main reasons that I got the stand-up paddleboard, or that I was getting something other than my touring kayak, was to include some fishing in there. All right, so make a cheap stuff to bring. Okay, all right, so back to what we were talking about. So I had to like downsize all my packing, and also, you know, I couldn't pack in compartments. So one thing that I have that I bought that is really popular for stand-up paddleboards are these Engel coolers. Now this is a Engel cooler and dry box. So it has a seal around the lid, and so you can latch it down and it seals really good. It also has an option to put rod holders on the side. And I bought this thing from AustinKayak.com. I think it's Austin Canoe and Kayak. And I think it was like 70 bucks or so. This is the 30-quart model, and it's really nice. I like it, and it looks like like a Yeti style cooler, but it's really not, because it's a lot lighter, which is something you have to think about when you're on a stand-up paddleboard. And so it opens up. It's got a seal around here, and I've got like a lot of my gear in here. Most of my camping gear is already in here, but I still have a decent amount of room left. It smells like fat lighter and camping smoke. So what all have I got in here? I've got my rain jacket. I really had to downsize things. Like one thing that I downsized, this bag, I used to just keep my tarp in here. Well, now I've tied, and I have my tarp and my hammock both in this bag. So, that saved me a lot of space, because, the tarp used to fit in this entire bag. It just wasn't compressed very much. So I compressed it down to save some space. Here's my bag for my pot I was washing, but you guys know how big it is. So you'll have the pot. And I've got my tripod. This is what I set up whenever I'm on land, and like when I'm camped and I'm filming. I set up with this is like the Tamrap Zip Pack tripod or something. It's really, really cool. If any of you guys are filming some of your adventures, definitely get that tripod, because it's cheap and it's not telescopic. It goes together like tent poles. So when you're in a sandy or dirty environment, you don't have to worry about the telescopic stuff messing up, because I had that happen. Let's see here. Here I've got just like a little bag that I have some zip ties and just a small lengths of rope in. Just kind of keeps from getting tangled and everything else. Here I've got, this is my little toiletries / survival bag. I don't know what to call it. And here I've got I have some, what's this stuff called? Hand sanitizer. I got a toothbrush. I got a piece of tin foil. I've got some MRE matches, some waterproof matches that one of you guys sent me. I have some really good sunblock, some Dr. Dan's chemical-free sunblock, SPF 30. One of you guys sent me. It's really good. All it makes your lips look white. If you guys have any of the videos, that's what it was. I've got 2 packets of MRE toilet paper just in case, and I've got some soap in here, and I have a lighter. That's basically, and some Neosporin in there as well. I just throw kind of crap in there. That's basically it, though. And here I have my bug net head net. Put on your head, it drapes around your head. Because we are going into South Central Florida, so the mosquitoes, I have no idea what to expect. But this thing is so light and so small to bring. It's an outdoor research brand, and it works. It keeps mosquitoes off of you, so I'll just bundle up in everything I have if they're really bad and swarming, and it's a lifesaver. Got my live straw I'm going to be using, but I may actually scrap this for the Sawyer Mini, because it's smaller than this live straw. I'm not really sure yet. And I've got some wet wipes for cleaning the front, the back, and the face, and the feet whenever you're done for the day. And it was really good, nice, fancy feeling toilet paper. Got some bug spray off Deep Woods Sportsman with DEET. Gotta have the good stuff. Got my spork. I got my 4 tent stakes. These are just the little plastic ones you get from Walmart for like $1. Because mostly going down in sand and stuff, so it worked really well. Here I've got one of those plates from that stuff I showed you guys last time. You know, it just snap together and it makes a plate for any food or anything that you may be eating. See, pretty cool. It just makes it to a plate. And also this kit, this is what we gave away in the last show. It makes a bowl, a cup, and a plate. Here I've got my huge beach towel that you guys saw me use when I jumped in the water for the 100 likes at the Stone Mountain trip. This is just an MSR pack towel. Really, really good towel. It's small, you know, which is all I really need. You don't really need a big one. You know, I'll use it to dry off, you know, gear or dry off myself or scrub myself or different things. You know, I really didn't want a big one. I'm kind of a minimalist when it comes to some stuff. I don't want to carry a lot. And I mean, right. I've got my Gator Gerber multi-tool here. This is going to be basically the only tool that I'm going to carry. This is the suspension model. I like it. I've had it for a long time. I've had it since I got married. I bought it for myself. I bought myself and all my groomsmen one of those. And it's been like in salt water and all kind of stuff. And it's not really rusting much at all. Here I have, people ask me about a bug net a lot for my hammock. This is my bug net. All this is a piece of lace that I got from Walmart. I walked into Walmart before like one of my first trips. And I was like, hey, I need like 3 yards of this tan lace, and I bought it. It was dirt cheap, so it's like 3 foot wide. And I cut it in like a 6 foot section, I think probably, so I could have 2 of them or something like that. And I just roll it up, and I've got a gear tie around it. I'm telling you guys, these gear ties are awesome. We're gonna be giving away gear ties in the next video, by the way, because they are probably my favorite piece of gear. Because I use them for everything. But I just take this when I'm in the hammock and I just drape it over myself. If the mosquitoes are really bad, I can double it up and just drape it over my head, and it keeps them out. And it's really easy to carry. And I don't want a hammock. I mean, I don't want a bug net over the top of my hammock because it's going to be there even if there aren't mosquitoes. Because a lot of times I may be somewhere where it's still warm in this mosquito season, but the mosquitoes aren't bothering me, so I just go with nothing, and it's nice. All right, here's my Adventure medical kit. This is just a little waterproof one. I've got a few extra things in there that I added from all this cool stuff that Aaron Healy sent me, all the medical kit that you guys saw in, I think, the last show. It was really, really awesome. And here I've got the trusty old gear hanger. If you guys don't have one of these, make one. I've got a video on how to make it on my Gear Talk checklist. And you can buy the supplies from me, like cheaper than you can go out and buy them all yourself. It costs like $50 or $40 to buy it by yourself. All the stuff to get it, but I kind of bought it in bulk, and you can get it for like $31 or something shipped for me. I mean, if y'all want to do that, but if not, you can just make your own and have extra to make some for your friends. So I definitely suggest that. Here I've got my Light My Fire Mora knife. It's just a little knife. One of you guys sent me, and it's got the little flint still in the butt. I almost cut myself, maybe. Oh, it's a little dusty, but there it is. So you can, extra fire starter. And it's a really good knife. I think these things are pretty cheap too. I've got my trusty old radio, Altec waterproof radio that I'll be jamming out to for 4 days, standing on a stand-up paddleboard and dancing. It'll be fun. You guys won't get to see it, unfortunately, because of YouTube nonsense. And I've got just a little glass jar of lotion that I keep. I'll shave with that, and I'll also use it for moisturizer, blah, blah, blah. Here I've got my block of fat lighter to help start a fire. And here, what is in this? Oh, yeah, this is my sleeping bag liner and just my down top quilt. And I just compacted it into this little cheap dry bag from Walmart, like an outdoor research bag. Because for this trip, it's not going to get really, really cold. I think the coldest night is going to be the first night. It's only supposed to get down to like 50. So I'm not bringing my under quilt like I talked to you guys earlier about, which might be kind of, goodness, I got a bunch of junk on this table. So it might be kind of a gamble, whatever. But we're going to go with it, and it'd make a good video if I'm sitting there freezing. All right, so I haven't been watching the chat. Note to self, make a gear hanger. Absolutely, Matt Thomas. Good night. See you, Ghost. Thanks for watching, buddy. I appreciate it. Hey, Trip, when is ICAST? ICAST, I think, is in July, and I'm going to ICAST, so that's going to be really, really cool. Here we go. Robert F. said you may need a bigger medical kit. Now that you're going to be using a stand-up paddleboard, I sure hope you're wrong, but you never know. It would be smart to put a sand splint in there because falling, and I'm kind of worried about my wrists, really. Knock on wood. All right, so, here we go. Matt, I made a gear hanger. and use it on the trip. Yes, Nate Simpson did use a gear. He would make a gear hanger and he brought it. It was pretty sweet. Get out the ukulele. Oh, you mean this ukulele? Yeah, well, I'll be bringing this along on the trip. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. I've been learning some more songs and stuff. So that's going to be a lot of fun to bring with me on the trip. Yeah. And let's see. Still got 88 viewers. You guys are awesome. You know, it's so cool to have people watching kind of like this. A little bit far from each other. Oh, good night, Peter. Got to go work tomorrow. All right, man. Have fun at work. Get out there. Make some time to get out there. Don't work for a living. Live to work. No. Yes. Don't live to work. Work to live. So get out there and experience things. I always get that wrong. I don't think Trip sleeps. Nate, you are wrong. I sleep a lot. Maybe not a lot, but I do sleep. People just think I may not sleep. Oh, I'm a fireman. That's when he sleeps. Yeah, I was asleep last night when I woke up at 11:30. Went on a call. That's about an hour. Pulled back up into the fire station. Right as we're about to get out of the trucks, another call came out. Another hour. So there went my night. Yeah. So I did sleep really well. All right, am I doing a trip in PA soon? What's that? Is that Pennsylvania? No, I'm not. I'm sorry. That's a long way for me to travel, and I have a lot of places around here that I like to go to as well, and also that costs a decent amount of money to plan and do a trip up there in Pennsylvania. But I would love to. I would love to. Here we go. Welsh Cracker said, Trip, I got the Olympus camera that you have. How do I edit the footage? Is there an app? Oh, there probably is an app, but I use Corel Video Studio. I think it's about $60 or so. And if you're going to be, if you're going to be, semi-serious, I think it's a decent investment. Although there are a lot of free video editing softwares out there that I'm sure will work just fine, especially if you're just getting started. What I would suggest, get on YouTube and search best free video editing software, and there'll be videos like top 10, and just take your pick, try a few. So that's what I would do. Willow, I appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, CSC. Yeah, yeah. Talking about Patreon. All right, I don't want to talk about it. All right, eats good, great content always. Yes. All right. So, what else am I packing? I've got this dry bag, and basically in here, I have water for 2 days. Now I have 100 ounces per day is what I'm figuring, which is a little under a gallon, because I am getting a little bit of water from my food, and I do have the life straw just in case it's not enough, because it's a 4-day trip, 4 or 5-day trip. But we are going to do a water resupply on the second day. It's going to be staged for us. So we have that going for us. So basically, I've got 7 17-ounce water bottles, and I have my water bladder in there as well. But here I have my food. I'll show you guys what I'm packing. See, this is one thing that I really had to think down and kind of minimize, minimize, I reckon, to, reduce bulk and to reduce weight while I was going to be on the stand-up paddleboard. So basically, I have each day divided into a Ziploc bag. So in this day, is this a full day or is this the first day? I think that's the first day. The first day, I did not pack breakfast. So you have to always consider that, because I'm hoping we'll stop and get a good biscuit or something, a little cheat meal before we go. Let's see here. This is a full one. Yeah. All right, we're going to go through this one, see what's in this little food bag. All right, now, one thing I noticed that I really had to up, I started counting the protein. And, I like to get 1 gram of protein per pound of my body weight. I weigh 170 pounds. I'm not quite getting that on this trip because that's a lot of protein to try to pack. But what I've got in here, wait, this isn't a full day. This didn't have a meal. The dinner. I'll get it right. That must be the last day where I don't pack a dinner. Okay, let's try this one. All right, so in here, we'll start with breakfast. I've got a MRE granola with milk and blueberries. It's going to be pretty decent. All you do is you can add water, warm or cold, and they'll just rehydrate it and you just freaking eat it. And also along with that, I haven't gone to the grocery store yet. I'm going to have one of the high-protein carnation chocolate breakfast drinks that I drink on almost every trip. I'm just going to do one in the mornings to reduce that bulk, because I don't want to have to carry 4 of those from day 1 all the way. That's just a lot. All right, and then For snacks, I have a small bag of almonds. This is just 2 servings of almonds. That's going to be enough for that day. Then I have a little thing of honey peanut butter that my wife got me just recently. Then here I have an MRE. It's just a cheese spread with jalapenos that I'll just eat straight. And I have my lunch, which is just going to be like just a regular MRE meal. This already has the water and liquid, everything in it. I'm just going to open the pack, suck it down, and paddle on, baby. That's what you got to do. I mean, stuff like this is good when you're in paradise and you're having so much fun. Anything's pretty good to me. You guys see me eat some pretty stupid stuff. All right, and then for supper, I have 3 of these meals that I dehydrated in the last few days. I basically have some dehydrated ground beef in here, some like 10-minute rice, Uncle Ben's brown rice. I have some dehydrated beans and also have some dehydrated onions and bell peppers. Now I've got, by weight, I have 50 grams of the dehydrated ground beef crumbles, 45 grams of the rice, 25 grams of the beans, and 10 grams of the dehydrated vegetables. Well, I'm glad I remembered that. So I think this is, I'm going to guess, I think this is like 30 to 40 grams of protein and probably about 600 calories. So it's going to do a lot for me at night. And also I have some MRE picante sauce to put on there. That should be pretty good to spice it up a little bit. I'm going to have to stop and get a couple packs of hot sauce too. Then I've got a Land of Lakes, just a cocoa classic. So I want to have like this for dessert or something before I go to bed. So that's basically what my meals are. They're like per day. They're all pretty similar because I mean this is kind of a lot of this stuff. Actually, all this stuff I had later on in the house, and I just put it. I was like, what have I got? What can I make? And I just made it all, dehydrated it. So those are gonna be my meals. So it's gonna be fun to eat this stuff, and it's a lot lighter and packs a lot smaller than what I usually bring. Because sometimes I'll bring like a can of soup for a night, or an avocado for breakfast, or I don't know, whatever I bring that takes up a lot of space and is a lot of weight. This is just really reducing it. And like I said, that's one of the things that I had to do to be able to do this on a stand-up paddleboard. I hope I'll be able to do it. I should. A lot of people think I'm crazy and stupid, but yeah, maybe I am. But crazy and stupid makes good videos, right? All right, so I'm bringing it here to the chat. Wheeler said, dude, what's the next punishment meal? I don't have a punishment meal this time. Kevin, hey, don't worry about being late, buddy. I appreciate you just showing up, man. Thanks so much. Joshua, what's up from Southeast Georgia? What's up, man? And Austin, what's up, buddy? And Trent said, hey, Trip, have you ever had the vegetarian MRE? I haven't had it, but I have one. And I'm probably not going to eat it. Oh, and Travis said I need a food saver. I have a food saver. I just didn't decide to save that food because I'm about to just open it up, pour boiling water in it. Come on, Trip, to be eating fish. I hope I'll be eating fish. I really do. I hope so. I might. So that's why I kind of brought the same meals. I just did it really easy. All right, here we go. Oh, cool. Freedom Bushcraft said, just got back from doing my first 3-day, 2-night camping trip in my new kayak. Awesome, Freedom Bushcraft. That's so cool, man. I hope you're making a video. Y'all go check out Freedom Bushcraft's channel. I've seen a few of some stuff. All right, the chat started going out fast here. Something said, all right, come to Virginia and do the Chesapeake Bay, island camping, fishing, and lots of crabs. That sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Here we go. E-World Dog said, I like Trip because he stays in contact with the fans. I appreciate that, dog. Really do. And, I try to because, I used to be just a regular, I mean, whatever. I still am a regular guy. But, I used to not have YouTube videos, and I used to be a YouTube viewer more than I was a creator. And I would comment on people's videos and, try to talk to people. And, nobody ever talked back to people. So I try to do that. And I'm still at the point where I'm still at the point where I can still do that, but I don't know how much longer that's going to last because, as Sailing Such grows, I get more comments, more messages, more emails, more everything, and it gets harder. It gets harder. Like today, I sat and did it for like forever. So, but I'm trying to do that because I know how it feels, and I like talking to you guys. For one, I really do enjoy it. Best show on YouTube. Thanks, Rusty. I appreciate that, buddy. And Rusty, your shirt that you ordered. I don't have one of those in stock, but I did make an order like a week ago. The shirts are going to be in. They're going to be finished while I'm going on the trip. So whenever I get back, I'll be shipping it to you. And that goes the same with everyone else who has a pending order. All the shirts are coming. I've ordered like 50 shirts or something. So I appreciate you guys. All right, Scarlet Starlet said, where do you live in Alabama? All the places I go are places I went growing up. I live in Dothan, Alabama, which is like the very bottom right, southeast corner. I live about 30 minutes from Georgia, 30 minutes from Florida, so I'm really in a prime spot. Hey, Trip, look, what I'm looking. What am I looking at? Oh, hit the like button, guys. Absolutely, folks. Yeah, hit that like button. Hit the like button. It really does help. YouTube likes to see engagement in videos. It really helps people grow. So, engagement is like likes, comments, shares, things like that. So I appreciate you guys when y'all do that. Oh, Austin Bonecutter said, hey, Trip, I finally got a kayak. That's awesome. Oh, E-World Dog said, I left my family so I could watch this. Man, don't neglect the family too much, but I appreciate you sneaking in to watch the thing. Oh, really cool. Aaron Britton said, dang, I'm late. Daughter had gun safety training, but we'll watch tomorrow. I'm sure I missed a lot. Yeah, you kind of did, Aaron. We already gave away the stuff. But that's cool. Your daughter had gun safety training. Very, very good. Way to go, Dad. Kevin Fayard said, you should keep the Sawyer Mini for drinking water. I use mine with a smart water bottle. Just dip the fresh water beneath your kayak and drink it through the Mini. Much easier than the Life Straw. Yep. Okay, I'm going to go with the Sawyer for sure. All right, so how does the stand-up – Nate, that is a good question. I'm going to save that. Oh, there's another pretty good one by Kevin C. I'm about to save these questions, and we're about to go into the Q&A here in just a minute because I think I've talked about just about – oh, all right, there's one for Chip Hunt I'm going to save as well. I've talked about just about everything that, is relevant about packing on a stand-up paddleboard. Unless you guys have some more specific questions, we will go over that. All right. Oh, good. Jared just bit the bullet and bought himself a kayak too. Awesome. Am I packing with paddleboarding? Yes, I am. Oh, good. Jay Ayer said we watch as a family. That is so cool that people were able to watch my videos as a family. I really appreciate that. And, I, of course, try to make clean videos. I'm a clean guy generally. So, and I want my little boy and my kids and my grandkids to be able to watch these videos whenever they grow up and are coming up. So I try to, you got to make them clean. There's no need to make them unclean. I don't see any benefit in it, really and truly. All right. Whew, 25,000 subs. Come on. Yep, it's coming. All right, I need to plan a trip to Texas. Yes, I would like to go to Texas one day. All right, so into the Q&A. So the first one, Corey Fulton asked, what made me want to do a trip on a stand-up paddleboard? So why am I choosing a stand-up paddleboard? All right, well, it basically all came down to, I've had my touring kayak, and people say, hey, you need to do some fishing trip. You need to do some fishing. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do some fishing, which I want to do some fishing. And I do see the pros of a sit-on-top kayak. So I want that as well, swimming and stuff that I like to do. So I was like, okay, I need to get a fishing kayak. So I'm looking at fishing kayaks, looking at used ones, looking at new ones, and they're so expensive. I'm like, man, what am I going to do? Well, I keep looking, and I look at these brands, look at this brand. I like this, so I'm going to get this one, and I don't get it. And then I come across the stand-up paddleboard, and I'm like, wow, look at this thing. It's basically a kayak hull that has a stand-up paddleboard top. You can put a seat on it. You can put a cooler on it. I can jump off of it. I can roll off of it. I can do whatever I want on it, and it's only $800 new. I'm like, yeah, I think that's what I need to do. So I, reached out to the company, and they said, yeah, we'll hook you up with one with a little discount. Thank you, Kevin, for the discount. And I'm going to be picking that up. And so that is basically how I got into stand-up paddleboard, because I think this one can do everything I can do in a fishing kayak, because you can still fish from it. So that gear track on it. I'm going to have the cooler with the rod holders and everything. So I think I can do everything, pretty much everything that you can do in a fishing kayak and a stand-up paddleboard. And, so that's why I went with it. But, also a stand-up paddleboard kind of has a cool factor to it, because, that guy's hardcore or whatever. And it's really photogenic, So there you go. That's kind of why I went with the stand-up paddleboard. All right, here we go. Snipe Hunter said, oh, see you, Trent. The Snipe Hunter said, bought my first kayak today, Jackson Kilroy DT. Still need a paddle, though. What's a good all-around paddle for my first fishing kayak? A brand, I really don't know, because I've only tried one brand. I have a No Limits paddle. What I would suggest, really and truly, before you do anything crazy, just go somewhere that sells paddles. Go to I went to Academy, and I was looking at the paddles. They had a $30 paddle and a $250 paddle. and a $150 paddle and an $80 paddle. I'm like, I'm going to go with just the $80 paddle. It's not the cheapest paddle. It's not the most expensive. So I went with the $80 paddle, and it's a great paddle, a lot better than the $30 paddle. So there you go. Can I mount a hammock on the stand-up paddleboard? No, I don't think you can. It would be cool, though. All right, CJ Leon said, how am I mounting my camera on the stand-up paddleboard? Great question, and I just so happen to have my mounting options right here. Let me grab them. 1, 2 camera mounting options. All right, these are what I use. All right, these are Yak Attack accessories, and like I said, this stand-up paddleboard, just like a fishing kayak, it has the built-in gear track. They're, some of them, they're like recessed, built into it, so they're going to be really nice and fancy. It's like the Yak Attack gear track where you have these, whatever mounts, the rod mounts, rod holders, paddle holders, camera mounts, and everything have these little T-nuts on the bottom. So you put this into the gear track, tighten it down, and it's secure there. Now, these are Yak Attack RAM mounts. Basically, it's just, little pieces of plastic with balls on it, and it all pivots and stuff, and it has a 1/4-inch threaded nut on the top, or threaded bolt on the top, where you can put your camera on there, and it all spins around and stuff, and so you can use that to mount your camera to. Also have this one. It's a little taller. That also goes into the gear track, and it spins. The entire thing spins. If you can see, it spins, and you can mount your camera and stuff to the top of this. So this is what I use. I think it's really good stuff, and you can take it off the kayak. You can use it, as a selfie stick or whatever if you want to do that. So they're really, really nice. I've used them for basically all of my first trip and my first 2 trips, and they're still in great condition, working just fine. They're kind of sort of pricey, but whenever you're out there doing something like that, you don't really always want something, cheaper. I don't know. Maybe my time was better spent making videos rather than making ways to hold and mount my camera. There you go. Sometimes you got to value your time every once in a while. All right. Oh, the hammock on the SUP was a joke, just to be clear, but it will be awesome. Yes, it will be pretty cool. But what I think I may do, Beham Lunker, that's also cool about stand-up paddleboard. Like one of the reasons I want to do it. All right, there's some places around here, like down in the Florida coast, where you can't camp on the land, but you can camp on a boat. You can sleep on the boat. So wouldn't it be crazy if I went and I slept on the paddleboard with it anchored like right off the beach? Wouldn't that be pretty cool? Not like on the ocean with the big waves, but in a bay in like a really calm spot. That'd be cool. I can camp places where I've been wanting to camp, kayak camp, but I can't. But I can do it if I sleep on it. But it may not even work out. It may just be a pipe dream. But no, I think I can make it work. But that'd be pretty cool if I was, woke up, I was just sleeping on the paddleboard. That would be very cool. Oh, see you, Ray. I appreciate you enjoying it. Here's a good question. Jared Pope about an anchor. Yes, we are going to go with that one, Jared Pope. I appreciate the good question. Or a sailboat. Yes, or a sailboat, Marty Jackson. And I've already been to this specific location. I'm thinking in my mind it's Crooked Island. It's like part of an Air Force base on the coast. It's gorgeous. It's like out, it's very, very secluded. And it's somewhere gorgeous. I actually have a video. And when I took my 17-foot sailboat, you can search small sailboat to Crooked Island. And it's very, 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 very good video. I enjoyed it. Here we go. Snipe Hunter, have I considered investing in a drone for some of those more artistic shots on filming? Yes, I have considered it, but I haven't done it. They're expensive, and it's going to be hard for me to take it with me, especially if I'm going to be on a paddleboard. I don't know. I would like to, but in order to get a good small one, it's expensive. Like the DJI Mavic Pro is like $1,000. I can't do that. I can't do that. Here you go. Tyler said, do I film with a DSLR while I'm on the water? No, I don't film with the DSLR on the water because the DSLR is not cheap. So I film with my TG870, which is cheaper than the DSLR, and it's waterproof. So I'm not going to gamble with my DSLR while I'm on the water. All right. So next question. All right. This was a question that came up when I was talking about my battery bank. Wherever it went, I'm talking about my Rad Power little battery brick. Here it is. He said, why didn't I go with a solar option? Well, okay, yeah, they do have a lot of solar options out there, but from what I've read, which isn't a lot, but I did a little bit of research on them, and they say, I do believe that they're not that they don't charge up very fast, and they're not as good as they seem. They're kind of a gimmick, maybe. And so I go and I look at these reputable companies like Rav Power, who make solar chargers, not a solar battery pack, but they do make, they fold out solar things that plug into the battery pack, and they don't have a battery bank with a solar panel on. I'm thinking, well, why not? Well, maybe it's because it's not as practical as it seems. Now, will I get one in the future? I mean, I would love to try one, see for myself, but from what I've read, not as great as they seem. So there you go. That's why I don't have one. All right. CB Hemlunker, take care of yourself, buddy. Yes, the drone can be hard to use while paddling, Joe. Absolutely. Are you still going to do yakking videos? Of course. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, basically, I'm going to be doing a yakking video while I'm on the stand-up paddleboard. It's going to be the same thing, but I'm still keeping my touring kayak. Absolutely. I'm still going to do videos on that thing. No doubt. No doubt. I could get some great diving footage off the paddleboard. Absolutely, Austin. Wouldn't that be very, very cool to see? Get a BioLite. I'll have to Google BioLite. I think I know what that is, though. Is that like a little bag light that glows or something? All right. So that is why I don't use or didn't buy a battery pack with a solar panel on. I'm about to drop all this stuff. Excuse me. All right. So here, John Blue Paint said, what problems have you had stealth camping? I haven't had any problems stealth camping yet. I mean, well, there was this one time where I was on the P River, and this didn't make it to video because I was camping. I woke up in the morning and I heard a four-wheeler, and I knew, and like there was like a little trail right there. I knew it was like looked like people's hunting land. So I was kind of in the middle of packing up, so I just grabbed all my stuff really quick and like threw it down the bank, or not like threw it, but like hit it down the bank. Like here's where the trail was, the river's down here. I threw it right here in the bank, and I just drove the kayak down real quick, got there and hid. So no, I haven't had any problems because I've been slick. There you go. And yeah, that has never made it to the video. All right, here you go. Yackleberry, what's up, buddy? He said, what's the weight limit on those stand-up paddleboards? I believe it is 280. You know what? I'm about to look it up actually, because I do need to confirm that. If you guys are asking, I'm looking really quick on Kaku's website. Link capacity is 280 pounds. Yep, 280 pounds, and I weigh 170, so it's not that much. It's not that much more than me. And really, truly, like I weigh 170, so I really shouldn't carry more than 50 pounds of gear. You don't need more than 50 pounds of gear because people get by in great comfort backpacking with 30 or even 15 pounds of, or even 20 pounds of gear. You might spend a little money to get the lighter stuff. Yeah, stealth camping, LOL, is awesome. Ewald Dog, I have a question. How are you? I'm doing great. How are you doing? All right. So, all right, Nate Simpson said, how does the stand-up paddleboard handle small rapids? Nate, I think it's going to handle it fantastically. And I also plan on taking the stand-up paddleboard, not on small rapids, but also pretty serious rapids. I want to go to some classier rapids, like on my Coosa River video. I'm going to take that stand-up paddleboard and go down those rapids. So it's going to be pretty awesome. I may not be standing up the first time, because like I've seen where you can get on your knees on it, and you're super stable, and you can rock and roll down the rapids, and that would be so cool, so much fun. And then, I may, venture up and may try to stand up a little bit on it, go down the rapids, and just see what happens. That would make some good video, right? Would you guys watch that? If I was like stand up paddleboard down rapids, you guys would watch that. I would watch it over and over. That's all that matters. As long as, and that's a good rule of thumb. Who's making videos? Make videos you would watch. Other people watch them too. All right, here we go. How do you clear rocks though on the stand-up paddleboard? What do you mean? I mean, if there's going to be rocks, just be watching, and if you need to drop to your knees or sit on the seat, you can do that. See, like people don't maybe aren't getting it yet, but it has a seat on it. So essentially, when you sit in that seat and the seat is secured to it, it's almost exactly like you're in a fishing kayak. Exactly like it. You're in an elevated seat like you are when you're sitting in any of the cool, fishing kayaks with the frame seats. You're elevated by basically just as high, and the bottom of this stand-up paddleboard is designed like a kayak hull. So it's going to handle just like a kayak. It's not a little more stable because it doesn't have the curved edges on the hull. It's flat, so it takes advantage of all of that width. So it's going to be really, really stable. And so it's basically the same thing. If you know there's rocks or sticks or logs, sit down on the seat and you're just like you're in a regular kayak. But if you want to stand up, shoot, stand up. And it has an 8-foot pad. And so, wherever you stand, you're probably going to have about at least, I think maybe a little more than 4 foot of pad in front of you. So if the board does come to an abrupt stop, you can, if you need to fall on your knees or go down, to your hands or whatever, you can catch yourself on the pad. So I think it's going to work out pretty well. It's work out pretty well. When's my next step? Camping video. The last one was awesome. I don't know, Jake. I don't know. But there will be some more. I had a lot of fun on it. All right. See you, Nate. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. And yes, Adam Cole would watch going down the rapids. Appreciate it, Adam. I think everyone would, right? See here. Joe McCrane said, my first overnight adventure, I noticed that my kayak became very unstable with all the weight in it. Do you ever have that issue? Is there a certain way to pack the kayak to avoid this? All right, Joe, what kind of kayak are you paddling? Because yes, there are certain ways you can pack it to avoid it. Pack all the heavy stuff low and try to keep all of your weight lower. All right, but what I see is a lot of people, they'll have a 10-footer or something and they'll be going kayak camping on it, which is absolutely possible. Nothing wrong with it, but you are going to kind of have those issues like you're describing, where it could be a little tippy because, the capacity on like a 10-foot kayak, I know like, what is it, the Adventure 110 or something, or whatever it's called, I don't know what it is, but I think it's like 180 pounds or 220 pounds is the capacity. So whenever you get you in there and a bunch of gear, it's going to be tippy. So, you really, sometimes, unfortunately, you have to maybe spend money on a bigger kayak, but really, truly, if you look on Craigslist, you can get a great deal on them. You can get a good deal on them. All right, and yes, I do have some packing videos videos on how to pack the kayak, but really just pack it all low. All right. Oh goodness. Greg said he'd watch me go through rapids just to see you end up going swimming. Absolutely, Greg. Greg is the guy who he was on the subscriber trip and he suggested the trivia video. The trivia question. Greg, someone guessed it. The first guess got it right. So it was a good question, but he guessed it pretty quick, which is cool to me. Matt Kaiser said, would I take the paddleboard over the Chattahoochee River waterfall? Absolutely, yes, and I'm going to be doing that. You dang right I'm going to go over that waterfall on it. Thing 1, Thing 2 said, do I carry a gun wherever I go? Not like 100% of the time, but a lot of the time, yes, I'm packing. All right, so don't mess with me. All right. Oh, here we go. The Wondering Electrician said, I just picture you riding down the river on an ironing board, I guess. Okay, you know what? We're going to show you what this kahuna is. It ain't your mama's ironing board, okay? Let's display. Oh, where am I going? Desktop. All right, check this out. This is it right here. That is not an ironing board. You guys can see it's got gear track here. This chair is secured down. This is the 30-quart Eagle cooler, just like I have. It's secured on the back. You've got a little bit of 8-inch dry storage hatch here, handles. You can see the paddle clip here on the gear track. And look at this huge foam pad. This thing is humongous, humongous. The whole board is 12 foot long, and this is 8 foot. It's at least 8 foot is what I was told. Here we go. Someone voted. Jared said, I vote we all vote to call Trip Stand Up Paddleboard his ironing board. That would be kind of funny. But see, this isn't your average paddleboard. And the bottom, I wonder if we can see the bottom. I don't think they show the bottom anywhere. But the bottom is really designed like a kayak. Like it has the chine hull. So it's really, really cool, folks. I'm telling you. It's really, really cool. All right, back to the webcam. Boom. But see, that's it. It's not an ironing board. It's not an ironing board. Yes, it is sweet. Yeah. That's sweet, man. Virgil said. eWorld Dog said, I want it. Greg said, it looks really awesome. Yes, it does. That does look really, really awesome. Kevin said, the board started to grow on me. Awesome, Kevin. I'm glad you, man. See, I just got chill bumps because, I know this thing is going to be tons of fun because, I can make anything fun, right? But, this thing is going to be awesome. Yeah, Yackleberry said, not much different than a sit on top. Exactly. It's not much different than a sit on top. other, you know what the difference is? It is a sit on top, but it's also a stand-up paddleboard. You can take this thing and stand up on it and paddle it and, fish and turn around, or you can go and surf some waves on it, or you can get your kids on there with you. Or, there's so many options. You can lay on it, like I said. It's going to be, I'm telling you, folks, it's going to be good. I hope. I'm really going to be let down if it's not, but I'm really confident it's going to be awesome. Yes, Jay said, hey, hasn't seen one like that. Exactly. I hadn't either until I saw this thing. I was like, what? That's awesome. I've got to get one of those. So, yes, after trips, I just got a message from TJ on the Line app. All right. I should mount a 50 cal to the ironing board. CJ Leon said he likes it. All right, Joe McCrane said, I'm seeing some tipping over on that. This is going to be an adventure for sure. You know what, Joe? Yeah, it is going to be an adventure, but remember what I was saying earlier, how this thing is 35 inches wide and the hole isn't rounded on the edges. It's flat, it's basically flat all the way across. So, funny thing, this is more stable than most fishing kayaks. Go figure, right? That's crazy, right? What is the depth of the board, Kevin? I really don't know what the depth is. You mean like what's the actual height of it? I'm gonna guess like 6 or 7 inches probably. But are you talking about like how deep is the ground in the water? I don't know yet. eWorld Dog said, what is the exact name of that? It's the Kaku Kahuna. That is what it is. Definitely check them out. It's a company down in Central Florida where I'm headed to the Peace River. So what I'm going to be doing is like whenever I leave my house, I'm traveling like 400 miles to this trip. I'm not bringing my kayak with me. Okay, I'm just loading my gear up and I'm hitting the road, going on a kayak trip without a kayak. But on the way down there, I'm going to swing by and pick one up. And so I'm basically gambling, like I hope this thing works, because if it doesn't, I've got a long way to paddle on that bad boy. So it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. Tristan said, sorry about starting the ironing board thing. Do not be sorry. I think that is awesome. I like to laugh. It's really hard to hurt my feelings, I promise you. Jacob said, I definitely want to try a SUP now. Absolutely, dude. So do I. Hudson, I appreciate it. He said, you make the best videos. Thanks, buddy. And here, Kevin said, I can never get comfortable on a SUP. I do hope you have a better experience than I did, especially on such a long trip. Kevin, you can just sit down, bud. You can just sit down, right, on that one. Hey, Trip, you're sending my address. All right, Wells, congrats. Thanks for the address. And Adventure Darren said, I'm brave. Yeah, maybe I'm a little brave. Maybe I'm dumber than I am brave. Hopefully they'll be open. Yeah, they'll be open. I've already talked to them. Yeah, that would be bad to miss it, right? Yes, this will be a good video, Jay. And we stand in the P row and push off the bottom with a push pole. Yeah, same thing. All right, here we go. Robert F. said, why does the Kaku support 280 pounds with the same length of fishing kayaks? 12 foot by 35 inches can hold 400 pounds. I really do not know. Greg said only 400 miles. He traveled from Texas. All right. So here, I'm going to read this question one more time. This is a great question. I'm going to guess the answer. I think I'm right, though. Robert F. said, why does the Kaku support 280 pounds with the same length and same width of fishing kayaks, which is 12 foot by 35 inches wide, and the fishing kayaks can hold 400 pounds, but the Kaku can only hold 280? All right, here's my guess. All right, I think there's going to be two reasons. All right, the Kaku Kahuna, all right, it's not as deep. It's not as tall. It doesn't have the high sides and stuff. So for one, that's going to make it, it's probably, it's not going to be as strong. Like if you set it up, yeah, here. Let's say this is it. If you set it up here and you put weight in the center and support it here, it's going to bend a little more than your average fishing kayak, which is so tall, right? All right, and then also whenever so it's not as strong to hold the weight. All right, but then also, it not being as tall, whenever you put the weight on it, you're going to put weight on a kayak, it's going to sit lower in the water. Well, that's going to keep getting lower and lower, and it doesn't have as much room to give, as much room to sink, so to speak. So I think that's why the weight is a little bit less. Now, could you load it up? Probably. Most of the time when they say max capacity on something is 400 pounds, you can probably fit 600 pounds on it and be okay. But that is my theory. And, I need to ask the designer of that thing that question. That's a good question. I like it. But I think I'm right. All right. Joe said, this is going to be crazy. Always enjoy your videos. This could be the best one yet. Yes, I hope it is the best one. I hope everyone is the best one yet. Displacement. Good job, CJ. Yes, displacement. All right, here we go. Yep, exactly. Yackleberry said the same thing that I said. Exactly right. All right, and yep, Jared Pope said maybe the sit on top's inner air chamber and it going deeper into the water. Exactly. Exactly. Jay Ayer said, have I ever been on a stand-up paddleboard? Yes, I have for about 20 minutes, probably about 4 years ago or 3 years ago or something. Yeah, so I've been on one, and it was a lot of fun. I think I fell off one. No, yeah, I think I might have fallen off once. Maybe. All right. Yeah, Robert said he understands displacement, just wondering if the kayak weight was why it was. Okay, yeah. All right, here we go. Yep, Welsh kayaker. How do you anchor a stand-up paddleboard? Well, you can do it, just with an anchor pole, which I plan on getting. But also, you can just have a small anchor on it. There's actually a video on YouTube of somebody who has an anchor set up on the Kaku Kahuna. I mean, so you can anchor it, basically the same way with a small anchor or a small dumbbell or a piece of chain or whatever, whatever you want to do it with. You just tie it to it, I guess. I mean, I don't think there's any special way you need to anchor it. All right. eWorld Dog said, oh, there's Rusty. eWorld Dog said, I think I'm more excited to see the video than he is to go. Rusty Smith said, I don't think you'll get tired of it, but if so, we can swap out some. All right, that is Rusty Smith. He's my captain at the fire department. He's actually joining me. He's going to ride down with me, or he's going to do the whole trip with me. He's got like the Feel Free Lure 13.5. I think I'm all right, Captain. But he's going to be with me. So, yes, if I get tired, we can swap out. Absolutely. Let's just swap out so you can try it. All right. Oh, look, Greg said, Trip, you're correct as always. No, I appreciate it, Greg. No, I'm not always right. All right, here we go. Yak Off at Victor said, I think you'll be in the water a little more than usual. You know what? That is okay with me because I love being in the water, right? Which is kind of why I'm getting stand-up paddleboard. It's easy to get on and off of. A lot easier than my sit-inside kayak, as you guys saw on the Kate Sandbus video. If you haven't seen that, go watch it. It's so much fun. Bring a trip of kayak just in case. Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Oh, Robert, that's Rob Farabee. That is the Rob Farabee. That didn't even click for me, Rob. That's the director of the Peace River trip who's putting on the trip that I'm going to be taking a stand-up paddleboard on. All right. Thing one, thing two said, do you think you can fit two people on a normal $200? We weigh under 200 pounds. My friend doesn't think it's possible. What? I don't understand your question. Oh, John Young said, I think I need a helmet. You may be right, John. I probably need a helmet anyway, every day. Am I going to take the ukulele? Yes, I'm going to take the ukulele, Matt. Absolutely. Rusty has the Moken 14. That's it. The Feel Free Moken 14. Oh, here we go. Dwayne said, I built a 3-foot catamaran to tow behind me so I can grill as I paddle down the river. Hashtag redneck. That's what I'm talking about, Dwayne. Yep. Hey, I'm a little hashtag redneck myself, more than you would imagine. Okay, I promise you. I promise you. Nice shout out. Yeah, really. What a nice shout out. Okay. All right, so I think we have a few more questions. It's getting a little late. All right, here we go. Kevin said, what kind of shorts do I use for paddling? I mean, basically, I'll use a bathing suit. Like I have like a, I'm not going to unpack my clothes, but I mean, I'll use a regular bathing suit. But then, I really like to have shorts that are stretchy because that's just so much more comfortable. So if you can find some shorts with a 4-way stretch, that'd be awesome, awesome. And of course, always no cotton, zero cotton, zero cotton. All right. Chip Hunt said, talk about picking camping locations. I mean, picking camping locations is, I guess there's two different ways to pick them. You can pick them before you go, pick them while you go. If you're going to pick before you go, that really just takes a lot of research on Google Earth and things like that, and try to read it and try to figure out the best, try to decipher what you're actually looking at from above, from what it really is when you look at it from, just a street view angle. But then you can also get on like Facebook pages, Facebook groups, like a kayak fishing page. If you're going to like a certain location, type in that town kayak fishing, and ask those guys because they usually have a good idea. So that's what I would say. And then if you're going down the river, whenever it gets close to dark, if you see a decent spot, that's your spot. Most of the time, I don't have permission to camp where I camp, but I just camp very quietly and very respectfully, and haven't gotten in trouble yet. Of course, I haven't gotten spotted yet either. All right, so here we go. Jared Pope said, hey, Trip, do you feel the need to get an anchor for your kayak stand-up paddleboard? Yes, I do. We kind of already talked about that a little bit. Yes, I do, and I will be getting one. I'm not going to be taking one with me on this trip. I almost did, but since I'm taking so much stuff for 4 days, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna bring one on this trip, and plus I don't want to have one set up. You know, don't even have the stand-up paddleboard to figure it out yet. So, no, I'm not taking an anchor this time. All right. Here we go. Joe says, sometimes you don't wear life vests. This trip, it's a must. Oh, Jay Ayers. What's up, wife and kids of Jay Ayers? How are y'all doing? I hope y'all are having a great time watching me act silly on the internet. Okay? All right. So about the life vest, Joe, will I be wearing one this trip? Probably not most of the time. Now, why? Well, the water, I was told, it's a little low now. It's going to be between 1 to 2 feet deep the majority of our trip. So I'm probably not going to wear it. And you know, I got to stand up paddleboard to swim more, right? And, you know, while I'm going, you know, I love to swim. And, you know, it's not strange for me. Like if I go on like just a day paddling trip, it's not out of the ordinary for a trip to be in the water a lot during the course of the river. I mean, I just love being in the water. So I'm probably not going to wear one. No, I'm not going to wear one. So, yeah, and I know it may be smart too, but 12 other people or something. So, I don't know. That's just a personal decision that we all have to make. And, yeah, I may not be setting the best example, but I'm sorry. Do as I say. Wear a life vest, not as I do. All right, here we go. Donnie Waters said, I tested a 13-foot fishing kayak today, and they're definitely not as easy to paddle as the touring kayaks I bought. I still want one, though. Yes, Donnie, totally different animal. And, yeah, you're not going to outrun a touring kayak in a fishing kayak. That's for sure, man. Do you have a girlfriend or are you married to your kayak? I actually have a wife and a little boy, 3-year-old, and another little boy in about 6 weeks. So I'm going to hurry up and get this trip and get back before the wife goes pop. Here we go. John Blue Paint, what's your longest camp out? My longest camp out, like kayak camping so far, I think it was like 3 days. Really don't have a whole lot of time to do it as much as people think. But so this is going to be a long one. Although I guess you could say when I went to the Florida Keys on my sailboat, a 17-foot sailboat, I was camping out for 7 days down there by myself. So that's probably it. Here we go. Jared Pope said he's cheating on his kayak with the ironing board. That's pretty funny. Yes, I have a baby due a few weeks after the trip. Yes, I do. I do. All right. What Bergio is a boy said, dude, you're brave taking that thing without trying it first. I know. I'm maybe a little crazy. Yes, it is awesome. Thanks, Thomas. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Let's see. Do we have any more? No, that's the last question, and we've been rolling for a long, long time. How long have we been going? I don't know. I don't know how to look at it. I'm not very smart, people. So I think I'm going to try to wrap up the show, gang. It's 9:50 here. I need to get to bed. I still haven't showered. I probably smell a little rough. I need to get some good sleep. I've got to get up early in the morning and I think I'm going to go to CrossFit, the Open 17.4 WOD tomorrow. So it's going to be rough. I hate them. All right. But anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank y'all for being in the chat and joining in. We still have 68 people watching. I think that is a record. Yes, hit the like button. Absolutely. Thanks, Rod. Yeah, if you've been watching, you've enjoyed this, hit that like button. Go ahead and do it. But I appreciate you guys watching. I need to wrap it up. But 68 people. All right, 65 now. So people kind of dropping off. I'm saying bye. But that's really good. I think this is probably like the best one yet. So I appreciate you guys watching and joining in on this fun stuff. And I really like engaging with y'all. So thanks so much. I appreciate it. And be sure you have hit the bell notification. You can probably see right now or somewhere by the Sailing Such name and the subscribe button. There's a little bell there. Hit the bell because that means you'll be notified when I upload a new video and when I go live. Now, I now have unlimited data on my phone. So on the Peace River trip, we're going to be doing some live streaming. So if you guys want to hear first of how the stand-up paddleboard is going good or bad, be sure you're going to catch the live streams that are going to be going on in the next few days because I'm sure they're going to be pretty doggone fun. Oh, yeah. If I fall off the ironing board, I'll share it. Tell you what, I'll fall off on purpose so you'll share it. How's that sound to you? All right? You guys have a good night. Welsh, I won't forget to email you probably in the morning. Adam, Matt Kaiser, Matt Thomas, Adam Coyle, You All Dog, Yes, finding unlimited data, it's going to be epic, people. I'm going to be addicted to this thing. I mean, I hope I don't fall off while I'm going live. But it's going to be so much fun. Freedom Bushcraft. See you, buddy. All right, folks. Take care of yourselves. God bless. I hope you all enjoy the upcoming video. And, of course, there's not going to be a live stream Get Out There show next week because I'll be stand-up paddleboarding, okay? So I hope you guys have as much fun as I'm going to have next week. Get out there. That's what it's about. I'm hungry. Yeah, I'm hungry too, Zachary. I got to get some peanut butter before I go to bed. But get out there. Life's about the experiences, people. Get out there and experience something awesome, like kayak camping, okay, or stand-up paddleboarding. Great show. Peggy, I appreciate you. You missed a lot at work, but always a blast. I appreciate you watching. Go back and rewatch it because there's some good stuff. We talked about some good meat and potatoes in this video, people. All right, I'll enjoy the trip. Rich, I appreciate it. Wondering Electrician, take care of yourself. All right, folks. In 5, 4, 3. Good night, Corey. 2, 1. See you, folks.